Once upon a time where we
smoke some trees,
That's
act funny,
talk fairy tale history,
and try not to get drunk.
All right, well, I'm Jonny Hauser, and this is another episode of Blunts Upon a Time. Thank you for checking in with us. We are going to have a lot of fun this week. Yeah, go ahead.
Was that you three fucks singing?
Yes, it was. Yes.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
That was self-produced,
Yeah.
self-written,
Yeah.
mostly by Jimmy.
Yeah, that was a Jimmy Bain masterpiece.
Did you fucking
Banger.
record it in a closet? Jesus.
No,
we
right here in
used-
this room.
I downloaded an app on my phone and we just used
Had a little,
xylophone.
I had like a little keyboard on or whatever. Yeah,
We come from humble beginnings.
yes, we did.
Y'all didn't even think it'd be cute to just find three little kids to sing that shit? I mean, talk about fairy tales. Little kids singing the intro.
Yeah, I
Shit
think
ain't
that'd be
cute.
weird to have them in our studio.
I think to
doing
have
that.
three
No.
kids singing about smoke and trees and trying not to get drunk would have been fucking amazing.
Well,
I really think
we
they
pretty-
fucking dropped the ball on that.
No,
So, yeah, well, welcome to another episode. You have already met our guest, Steve Pierce, one and only comedy legend here in West Michigan. We're excited to have you, no, seriously.
Whoa.
We've seen you on numerous stages. We've seen you
Not in a while.
We've seen
Well,
you
I
save
mean-
the memorial of a close friend.
Yes,
Like,
that was an epic, heroic.
You've
Yeah.
almost died in a car with us before.
With said friend who
With
was
said friend,
with said
yeah.
friend, yeah.
infamous and famous are very close.
You've heard him
Yeah.
on the
Without a doubt.
You've heard him crush trivia on the Eric Zane podcast.
Yes, and all that stuff. But yeah, our guest Steve Pierce, thank you so much for being here. We really
Thanks for having me.
sorry it took this long to get you here, but we're so glad that you're finally here.
Well, it was a long walk.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
No, I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you, and thank you for
yeah.
feeding me. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did have my co-host Denzale Whitehead. He did the cooking this week, and it was absolutely wonderful. It was barbecue spare ribs with some green beans and bacon, and then some potato salad. Right? Did I forget anything, Denzale?
Yeah, no, it was kept it simple, just potato salad, some green beans with bacon,
Yeah.
some ribs.
good.
So I was like, it's summer. I'm feeling doing some ribs, man.
Was,
even
yeah.
though like apartment ribs aren't always the best. It would be nice to have a grill and
Those
everything
of us
like
that have lived in an apartment know
But
exactly what you mean.
no, you can make it work, man. We're gonna show some pictures on online and everything, and check it out.
As mentioned before we started, this is now a potato salad podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nah.
quick programming shift. No, but yeah, thank you again so much, Denzale, for doing all the cooking. It was amazing, and we tend to share those, responsibilities from time to time. So great job this week by doing pretty much everything. So thank you, Denzale. And then you alluded to it. We are going to start to try to post more pictures on our social media after the episodes, or sometime shortly after we record the episodes, showing what we cooked and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to learn more about it, you can always go to our YouTube channel and subscribe and make a comment like, hey, I'd love to see the recipe for such and such that you did on this episode. So, and then
We'll do anything you ask us
or
to do.
suggest if you want to see us make, try something. So, because we'll give anything a whirl, apartment cooking or
Got
not.
really fucking weird. I'm glad you brought it back around to cooking.
Yeah.
though,
No, yes, we'll do anything in cooking in the kitchen.
anything. We'll do anything.
I wasn't sure what I walked into.
Although if you're willing
now.
to give us money, I mean, we can negotiate.
I mean, the things Steve was talking about doing for ribs. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah.
what's-
It's not gonna lie. Denzel will not take a blowjob for the ribs, so come and get the
Well, he
fucking
hasn't
ribs.
yet. He hasn't yet. So, yeah.
not from
But
you.
before we get too far off track, and then joining us as well is my other co-host and good friend, Jimmy Bain. Thank you again for being here, Jimmy.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. And so we're going to have some fun today, boys. So this week we are discussing a fairy tale from the Grimm brothers.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Now, for anyone that has listened or watched one of our episodes where we've discussed a Grimm brothers fairy tale before, you may be aware that they are German, and their tellings of the fairy tales tend to have a very German cultural influence and connotation to them. Like you could tell this was meant to be told in German society. But if you haven't ever heard one of our episodes before, the Grimm brothers, you may have heard of them, but they're very well known for collecting fairy tales. It was in the 1600s. I believe, and let me just double check on that. But I think if I remember,
I gotta tell you
or
real
excuse
quick
me,
that
1800s.
I'm glad that John brought up the Grimm brothers real quick because I almost cleaned up and honestly shaved my head today and got my shine on, and Now we're going to be talking about German ideology.
Yeah,
and
no,
I'm
that's
fucking glad that I did.
Yeah,
So,
no,
hey,
call by. Yeah, that's not wouldn't have been a good look.
Jesus.
No, I would have given you like a Santa.
it would have
cap
took
or
legendary to a whole new status, wouldn't it?
yeah. So, like I said, this is by the Brothers Grimm, as they're more commonly known, and they published in 1812. It was, excuse me, not 1612. A collection of fairy tales, and they weren't really admittedly responsible for writing any of them as original tales. They were much more focused on, hey, we want to collect a bunch of stories and share them, because they believe very deeply that the culture, the tales and the stories and the history that people were talking about were the best way to represent the culture of one's time. So they wanted to preserve that. They felt very, deeply. So they got credit for being kind of the father or one of the people that wrote a lot of fairy tales, because they were the first ones to put the collection out and really try to popularize the notion of fairy tales themselves on a wide scale. So this was in one of their biggest and first collections, released in 1812. And the tale we will be discussing, which I just realized I haven't mentioned yet, the title is The Singing Bone. That's correct.
You remember the children's classic.
Yes, the old
Singing
German
Bone.
fairy tale classic for children, The Singing Bone.
Sounds like a
Weird.
Disney movie from the 50s.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
But I got to
this
feel
is,
it's going to be totally opposite of a Disney movie from the 50s.
No.
sometimes
I
yes,
mean,
sometimes no. But
If you look real close in those Disney movies in the 50s, maybe
some
not
of them-
that far
yeah,
off.
some of them are pretty damn dark. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
like, ew.
So this is The Singing Bone by Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm, 1812. Once upon a time, in a certain country, there was great concern a while about...
Why don't they want to let us know where it is? that immediately
in a
sounds.
certain country.
I'm immediately suspicious.
That's well you should be.
A certain
I noticed that too. I'm like, oh Lord, here we go.
Damn.
Because again, if you've never seen the show, I'm the only one that's read through this
Holy
before,
fuck.
and this is, the original text in 1812, so it's going to sound a little strange.
Obviously,
Yeah.
none of us are familiar
yeah,
with this.
well, no,
You don't
I've read
need to-
through it.
You don't
I've
need
read
to
through
say
it,
it's the
and-
original
yeah.
text. I
yeah.
don't think it went
The
anywhere.
And I guess
text.
I guess I didn't ask.
I mean, I don't think you can say it's the original text when you say blunts upon a time.
Yeah, well,
No.
I mean,
That's
slightly
plagiarism,
old.
dude.
No, it's not plagiarism because I changed it just enough.
Really?
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
you changed the
Satire.
fucking 2 letters.
It's
Get out.
satire now.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, but no. I guess I didn't
Sorry.
ask, but I assumed before I read this, I'd never heard this tale. Had you guys ever heard
No.
the Singing Bone? Okay.
Mine's whistled once.
Yeah, I think it was before you got the shot, right? Before the penicillin.
Mine was touched by a woman once.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Once. All right, so here we go. So
you.
once upon a time, in a certain country, there was quite concern about the wild boar that was destroying the peasants' fields, killing the cattle, and ripping people apart with its tusks.
Could still be any country. Boars are everywhere.
Everywhere.
Anywhere.
The king promised a large reward to anyone who could free the land from this plague, but the beast was so large and strong that no one dared to go near the woods where it lived.
So wait, I'm guessing they're probably gonna have one dude like kill all the boars instead of getting like a team together.
I mean, we'll see. It's a
Yeah.
good guess. I mean, that is a very
You
common
just
thing.
gave away it lives in the woods. Burn the fucking forest down. Story's
I
over.
mean, yeah.
Done. Your fields are safe.
There has to be some
I'm gonna
exposition.
hire the fire guy.
Fuck it. And then you eat the fucking pig. You cook
Yeah.
it and eat it. You're done. And
Oh,
your
there's-
fields are
well,
safe.
After
glad you
you
brought
burn
that
down
up.
the forest, you just got to find it.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
that's
glad
it.
you brought that up though, Pierce, because there's actually even a greater reward, as we're about to find out, for killing the boar. Is going to happen. So finally, the king proclaimed that whoever could capture or kill the wild boar should have his only daughter in marriage.
Wait, is it only one boar, or is it a bunch?
Yeah,
bunch of
apparently,
boar?
it's just one wild boar running around. Yeah.
What the?
Yeah,
One
one
pig,
really
yeah.
one.
Wait,
The
one
jaws
fucking
of
pig.
boars is running around destroying the countryside.
Make
yeah.
some fucking 8-foot Braveheart poles. Fuck it.
But I mean, even Braveheart didn't work for free. Like,
We
you
know
had to
it's
have a
not
cause or
Scotland
something.
because that's what they'd have done.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's take them right out.
Braveheart worked for
We're gonna,
freedom,
we're gonna
but not for
deduce
free.
what country this
yeah,
is.
okay, there
we're
you
gonna
go.
find out what they're
You know, I
hiding.
could have thought about that as a fairy tale
Definitely.
trivia question, but spoiler alert, I didn't because
Yeah.
they didn't never really answer it.
I'll tell you right now, it's not Romania either because fucking swords. Cut it.
Well,
Be
wait,
done with it.
wait for it.
And those
So-
people aren't scared of shit.
Well, okay, so there's a reward now, so we'll see. Maybe that'll entice people. So the king says, all right, whoever captures or kills this wild boar gets my only daughter's hand in marriage, which not only, you get presumably a hot, wife, but inheritance of the kingdom.
Pig roast at the wedding, though.
Hot wife. It's not Romania.
But that's a vague. That's a vague statement, though. You get my one and only daughter. Bitch could have one leg.
No, this is a fairy tale princess. She's hot.
But we don't know that. We don't know that yet. We don't know that yet, John.
Like, we're always gonna assume that the fairy tale princess is.
Well, I think if she wasn't hot, instead of a reward, he would have used her as a threat. Like, either you kill her or
But
somebody's going to have to marry my ugly
I
ass.
don't know.
She's not. You're still the dowry with it.
I'm just saying. Maybe she provides good rib rewards.
Could be.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's find out. Let's all find out together. So,
Did you get that one?
I did.
and again, now that I think about it, they do go to great lengths not to say that. Now, in this country, there lived two brothers, sons of a poor man. They declared that they dared to attempt the task. The older one, who was crafty and shrewd, did so out of pride. But the younger one, who was innocent and
was
simple,
horny.
No, yeah. The younger one, who was innocent and simple, did so because of his kind heart. The king,
Dude,
yeah.
it's fucking of mice and men. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. Then what are we going to do, Lenny? The king said, in order to be more sure of finding the beast, you should each enter the woods from opposite sides. In other words, try to surround it and then, come together on it.
Try not to
Try
get
not to hit the
distracted by
boom
the
mic.
rock.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
It's fairy tale in 1812.
But you said a strong guy one way and a semi-retarded guy the other way.
yeah.
Fucking one guy's losing
Meet
for
in the
sure
middle.
there. Team up.
So thus, the older one entered the woods from the west, and the younger one entered from the east. And that will actually lead us to our first fairy tale trivia.
God. Who was that?
That was me. That was yours truly.
Oh, that's the greatest thing I've heard. Do it again.
Want to hear it again? All right, we can
do it again.
Fairy tale trivia. You're right. That does deserve a.
That's fucking incredible.
Thank you. We are provided with for fairy tale trivia this week with some nice dog catchers, as they're called, from Loom, and the names on the back. What strain is this, Denzel? No,
thought it was
the other
the
back you were
dog
just
walkers?
looking at.
Yeah, no, I got it. All right.
Yeah.
What was it? Dolce?
Dolce,
Yeah, all right.
Dolce.
Yeah,
These
the
are called
Dolce.
dog walkers. What it is
Flavor.
it's 5 little oneties like you see if you want to hold it up, Steve. You get like 5 of those, I think, for $9 I got today. So great deal. They're on sale on Tuesdays, which is the day we're recording. So yeah, check it out, Loom. I'll put some contact information. You can check out their website and stuff, and tell them we sent you in. That'd be awesome. No, you don't get anything for free, but we'd love to have you name drop and make us seem important. Maybe you will get it for
We
something
didn't
for free.
get anything for free.
No, we did. We basically did though, because it cost $10 for 5 of them.
Yeah.
So
There you
that's a
go,
great
Loom.
deal.
There's a free ad.
Yeah. All right. So Steve is lit up here now in more ways than one. And if one of you could get one out for me so I can do this at some point too. All right. So I will go ahead and read it to you first, Steve. As the guest, you'll get to answer first. And as we mention every episode, we do keep score here. However, there is no prizes. If you do win, it's mostly just for bragging rights, amongst all of us. And you don't want to be the guy that loses to Jimmy. It's only happened like once. All right. So... Again, our guest gets to go first. The first fairy tale trivia question of the evening for the Singing Bone, the fairy tale The Singing Bone. So the boys have now set out to kill the wild boar. They're each going from the younger and the older brother. So one of the brothers is going to approach a mythical creature that's going to offer them something to help kill the boar with. All right, we're about to discover that. Something on their quest, as it was. So the first question for you, Steve, is what mythical creature did this brother encounter? That's going to give. So for those of us listening at home, and you can't see it, I know on
But
camera.
this hasn't happened yet.
No, but that's all right.
So I just got to stay
You just-
at that.
yeah,
that's what I
sometimes you're just guessing. So
not-
what mythical creature? And the options are A, a troll,
Okay.
B, a unicorn, C, an imp, or D, a dwarf.
I think it's going to be C, because the other 3 are real.
An imp? All right, so you don't think an imp is real. All right. That's fair.
Not at all.
And you don't have to justify your answer, but feel free.
Not at all.
We certainly welcome it as well. So, all right, so you think it's C, imp?
Yes, and I can.
So we're just going to go ahead and go back around the table then. I think, Denzale, you've got yours, or no?
No, I was.
Okay. Well, Jimmy's ready to go, I think. So, Jimmy, why don't you go ahead and light up? You can go next. What mythical creature is the brother about to encounter? Longest journey, is it A, a troll, B, a unicorn, C, an imp, or D, a dwarf?
Now, I am with Piers on one thing. dwarfs are a real class of people, and I'm pretty sure Imp is just being racist toward that. So that's not.
No.
I've seen Game of Thrones.
No, we actually
I know
covered
what-
an imp. I forget which episode it was, but the definition of it is
An
kind of
imp
like
is
a little,
almost like
almost like a demon kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that, oh shit! Then
Yeah.
I was thinking something totally.
I mean, they're usually portrayed as
I thought they
smaller,
were
but
more
they're
like
not
a-
necessarily tiny. They're more. Imp is more of like a devilish creature.
Okay, see, here's my. I thought they were more like the Sprite.
I mean, they're in the same. They're supernatural creatures in that aspect.
Okay, but you
Yeah.
can all stop acting surprised that I even said that.
No, that's all right.
I wasn't
I know my
surprised at all.
shit.
Not like the beverage Sprite,
But,
but
yeah,
like
So
you're
I-
right. Now that that's more the evil.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
now
but it
that
is still-
so now that we all know it's not C or D,
Dude, well,
I'm gonna say B, unicorn.
All right, so Jimmy, you think one of the brothers is going to
Really?
encounter a magical unicorn that's going to help?
Correct.
I mean, this is a German fairy tale. Anything goes.
I
can say that.
deduced that
Okay.
perfectly.
Fantastic.
Did you though?
And last but not least, Denzale,
reasoning.
troll, A troll, B unicorn, C imp, D dwarf.
Jimmy, you said unicorn.
Indeed, I
You
did.
did, yes.
I'm gonna not say unicorn.
All right. That's it. You know what? For those of us that have been here for more than even a handful of episodes, realize that's like, you know what? This guy has no curveball. I'm gonna wait for the curveball. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go troll on this one. I don't know why.
All right. So you think he ran into a troll?
Yeah, it's. I have no base on that except for like it's not unicorn.
So let's find out what it is. So the brothers have set off into the forest to try to find, or to try to kill the boar that's causing everyone so much trouble. They each went in from a different direction. So after the younger one had walked a little while, a little dwarf stepped up to him. Let him.
God damn it, he's trying so hard.
It's a dwarf, so
It was a
nobody
dwarf.
got
Nobody
it
got
right.
it.
Nobody got it right, and
Now I
you
can
read
finish
it.
having my fucking aneurysm.
Yeah, nobody got it right, and you read it wrong. So we all lost.
We all-
Everybody loses.
And those listening and watching at home have lost as well. So I think you're welcome.
Yeah.
So a little dwarf stepped up to him. So the answer was dwarf. The younger brother comes
I'm
upon
not gonna
a
lie
dwarf.
here. I don't really know what just happened.
No,
Kind of missed everything.
because
Like normally I'm able to flow perfectly
Like
right
John
back into the
gave
story.
the answer, and
yeah.
then all of a sudden there was just this huge blooper reel, and I don't know what happened.
because John like keeps tripping over his tongue.
Oh, okay.
It like stubbing his toe.
It's part of
Okay.
the tradition of
And-
the show
Well,
that
that's that
I
fucking
very
curse.
unwillingly continue to uphold.
That's like a fucking curse of making up Cotton Eye Joe jokes.
Yeah,
or
I
something.
Yeah.
See, there, yeah,
You de-
karma.
you deserve
yeah,
the
I
second
do.
one.
Yeah.
I always
So don't do
deserve
that
it.
shit again.
No,
Yeah.
never again.
We told you earlier we get better every episode because we're so bad.
Very
We
much.
have so
The-
much
the-
room to grow.
So much
the
room.
base
There,
is
dude.
So the younger brother happens upon a little dwarf. The dwarf
Which
approaches
is a
him.
mythical creature, racist?
I mean, I don't know. In 1812, I guess it was.
Yeah.
So anyway, the dwarf held up a black spear in his hand to the younger brother and said, "I'm giving you this spear because your heart is innocent and good. With it, you can confidently attack the wild boar. It will do you no harm." So apparently he is a mythical dwarf because he can just immediately judge someone and tell if they're a good person or not. And he has, a mythical spear
And it
that'll kill
doesn't
the
say
boar.
your simplicity will affect you at
No,
all.
yeah,
Go
whatever.
forth, not right in the head guy with
pokey-
my knife. Take
Like-
it.
Put
Like-
pokey end in boar.
Yeah.
wrong
I
with
think
this
it's
guy?
just like, I'm gonna give the dude who really can't really defend himself a thing
Yeah.
that
Or-
you
That
won't
he can
get
kill
hurt.
himself with.
No,
It's a spear. He gave him a
that's-
spear.
It's a magic spear. So like when he has a spear,
Yeah.
he's not gonna get hurt.
But
'Cause-
that might be his thought too, Pierce, to that matter. He's like, this is a powerful weapon that could do a lot of harm in the wrong hands. At least I know that this guy, the only guy that's going to get hurt is himself. So yeah, here you go, run around with that, you idiot.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I think it's more of a nobility thing, is
Yeah.
what we're meant to think. Yeah.
All right, so
uh,
Bubba Gump is going to go stick a pig.
yeah. Bubba Gump. So he gives. Yeah. So he says, take this. You'll be able to.
Bubba Gump?
I meant to say Brother Gump,
Brother Gump. Yeah.
but I'm also bad at this too.
So he thanks the dwarf. Puts the spear on
Little
his.
person.
Jesus.
I didn't write it.
Yeah, this is the almost original text. He didn't fucking do it.
1812, yeah. 1812, a few years before I was here. So he thanks the dwarf, puts the spear on his shoulder, and walks on fearlessly. Before long, he saw the beast. It attacked him, which is immediately in contradiction to what the dwarf just told him. Like,
You won't be
You're
harmed.
retarded. Can you take it?
He didn't say I had to do anything.
No. So it attacked him, but he held the spear towards it, and in its blind fury, it ran into the spear with such force that its heart was slashed in two.
And that little person was like, I knew it.
Yeah. So then he put the monster on his back and turned towards home, intending to take it to the king.
Wait a second. Wait a
I
second.
thought he was like
Wait a second.
harmless little kid. He just
Well,
puts his-
actually, it says younger brother. It doesn't really say this is a small guy. It just says he's younger.
And they just said simple.
It
They
did
never
say-
said.
Yeah, Simple Jack just picked up a
Yeah, he
fucking
did,
boar.
yeah, Simple Jack-
No, no.
He's like, I gotta go take my
And,
trophy back.
and the way they talked about how big this animal was, no.
Maybe he's just Odor.
I killed the boar.
Did the spear just hover him like fucking Baby Yoda? Here you go, I'll just
I don't-
follow
yeah,
you,
he was-
Mando.
He had that simple strength. That you know what I mean?
Simple Jesus, God.
He said it was a strength.
That Warren strength or something about Mary. Just here you go, guy.
He's carrying his baseball home. All right, so his boar's ball. All right, so
Oh my God. That's better than the Cotton Eye Joke. I'll
you're
give that
damn
one
right.
to you.
I pulled myself up
That
off
was
the
a solid
mat.
reference.
All right, so he's killed the boar. Now it's his trophy. He's got it on his back. He's going to take it to the king and claim his prize. So emerging from the other side of the woods, he came to a house where people were making merry, drinking wine and dancing. His older brother was there too.
Taking it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
fucking chilling. He's
Yeah.
like, you know what? I didn't find it, man.
Well, no,
He's like,
actually, it
because I
wasn't even-
killed it.
It wasn't even that.
By the
Buy
way,
me a drink. My brother's dead.
thanks for getting the simple one killed. What a burden that fucker was.
not
You
even-
did me a
I mean-
favor, guy.
You guys aren't totally off the track, but as it turns out, what happened was, thinking that the boar would not run away anytime soon, he decided to have a drink and he decided to drink himself some real courage. So the older brother's like, you know what, this boar isn't going anywhere. It's kind of like, I'm about to get on this plane. I better have a drink or two first to calm my nerves. So yeah, he's kind of being the rabbit in the race. Like, I got all the time in the world. I'm going to fuck off for a while and get drunk. So he's there chilling and he's all drunk and trying to build up some drunk courage to go after the boar because he's not as noble as his younger brother.
Not
You know?
to mention, though, hold on. Not
Yeah.
to mention all the what a great country pussy getting thrown at this guy
Yeah.
for being the king's got to go kill this boar.
Yeah. He's like, I'm about to
Yeah.
go off on this.
And I might die. They're
Yeah.
lining up.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
this,
I'm about to go serve my
I
country.
mean, you
ladies.
can't blame him. You can't blame
Not
him.
at all.
Might be my last good night on
yeah.
what country I'm in.
It's basically the stripper scene in Armageddon before they leave the planet, like this.
More or less,
You know,
right?
we
I'm gonna
might-
live it up. Who
We might not
cares?
be coming back
Yeah.
from this. All right, so he's in there chilling in the tavern, and his brother, is walking up on the place. So when he sees his younger brother coming out of the woods with his booty, his envious and evil heart gave him no peace.
Jesus Christ, now he's a pirate? What's going on here?
Check out these hams. He says.
He goes from Simple Jack to Jack Sparrow like that. How did that happen? in
Yeah,
Germany?
he really does too.
Yarg, says
yeah.
the younger brother.
A fucking crow, though, not a parrot.
Yeah. Arr, what be the booty you have? So he immediately he sees him with the boar, realizes that he's gonna win this, get the reward. His envious and evil heart gave him no peace. So he gets immediately angry.
salty.
Yes, very bitchy. So he calls out to him, "Come in, dear brother, rest and refresh yourself with a beaker of wine."
Fucking beaker.
With the
No, it's a science class.
Thou shalt relax and imbibe 500 milliliters of the finest cylindrical beverage.
Beaker of wine.
yes, a graduated cylinder. It's full. It's full of Benson honeydew puree.
Beaker, I get you.
I was done at
right.
Baker, guys. I sucked in science, so
No
fucking
worries.
kudos to you.
I mean, I might have paid more
I
attention
brought
if
it.
the beakers were filled with wine.
I wouldn't.
Well, initially, for a minute. All right, so
I brought it back to the Muppets.
Yes, you did.
I-
So he's like, "Come on in."
Beaker
You know.
and Benson honeydew.
Yeah.
No, I got it.
So he's like, "Come in, relax, have a beaker of wine." So
This wine is awful.
and yet innocent in its own way. I want more of it. All right, so the younger brother, suspecting no evil, went in and told him about the good dwarf who had given him the spear with which he had killed the boar. The older brother kept him there until evening, and then they set forth together. After dark, they came to a bridge over a brook, and the older brother let the younger brother go first. And that will lead us to our second fairy tale trivia. Never gets old.
Oh, it's better every time.
It really does. It's there's gonna be at least one more, so you're in luck.
Pretty sure I blew snot out. Sorry, guys.
No, that's all right. That's even better.
Y'all saw it. My bad.
Better. So our guest got to go first. Nobody got the first question right, so everybody's at 0 for the second question. So the brother has encountered. The two brothers have reunited, and the older brother is, already got a nefarious plan, we suspect. So he waits, he gets him drunk, he waits till night to head out, and they come to a bridge. And we're about to find out that as most fairy tales go awry, the envious brother is going to, go after his brother some way. So we'll go ahead and let Denzale go first this time. So our second fairy tale trivia question, you're smoking now, I see. How, and in what manner, I guess, did the older brother attack his younger brother? So they walked upon this bridge. They're at the middle of the bridge. The younger brother's kind of standing at the edge, overlooking the river, the brook that goes underneath. So did the older brother, A, throw him off the bridge, B, smash his head with a rock, C, strangle him to death, or D, stab him with the spear? And again, I guess I should make it clear, it would be assumed that every one of these is killing the brother. So he's killing him by doing all of these, even though I know the one just said strangle to death. But technically you can strangle someone, but you have to strangle them to death. Yes.
Yeah. I'm saying it's too early in the story for all that. So I think he tries to throw him off the bridge.
No. What I meant to make clear was that every one of these results in death. The brother's going to die. That's assumed.
He's
How
dying?
does he kill him?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's going to end up dead at the end of this, no matter what.
Yeah. All right. Well, back to what I was saying.
Sorry.
It's all right. Now that it's confirmed he's dead.
Let's just start over. All right.
Just retype it.
Wait. Like back at a story that takes place in a great country
We're in this.
or
we're in this. It's okay.
Yeah, once upon a time.
All this is.
Isn't
No.
this
All right, let
supposed
me just
to
reread
be
the question. I'll edit it.
Nope,
That's fine. That is fine.
We're already here.
So how did the older brother attack and kill the younger brother? Did he A, throw him off the bridge and kill him? B, smash his head with a rock and kill him? C, strangle him to death?
And
or
kill
D,
him.
stab him with the spear?
You had to go all the way back. All right. Kill him. I gotta say, he gets stabbed with a spear.
It kills him.
It kills him. Because if he has a spear, he can't get hurt. So, in order to actually
the
hurt
brother,
him,
okay, because it was
in order
supposed to make
actually hurt
him invulnerable. Okay,
Yeah.
All right.
So that's what I'm saying.
So you think he stabs him with his spear, with his
That
own
only
spear?
works against boars.
Well, we don't know. He
Yeah.
didn't say that. He just said if you
That
have
was
this, the
never
boar,
said,
the
yeah.
boar can't hurt you and you'll
said it
kill him.
won't
so-
attack you.
Yeah, or it won't kill. It
harm
won't harm
you.
you.
Yeah,
That's
harm
what it was.
you,
Yeah,
yeah,
Good
right.
call. Good call. All right, so Denzale, you think he took him and killed him with his own spear? All right.
Yeah.
And I like the reasoning. Jimmy, what is your thought? We'll let the guest go last this time. Did he A, throw him off the bridge?
Kill him.
All right, I'll give it words too. Holy shit! You fucker. I'll recognize it where it's due. All right, yes. Did he throw him off the bridge and kill him? Smash his head with a rock and kill him? Strangle him to death and kill him? Stab him with a spear mortally?
Kill him.
Kill him, yeah.
I'd love for this to be a Cain and Abel allegory and smash him with a rock.
Okay.
But that'd be
Yeah, I guess that's true. That is the same thing Cain did to Abel. I hadn't thought of that.
Oh, now you're
Who are
making me
they?
think that that's right.
No, I mean,
Different story.
Yeah, even if that's the made up answer, I hadn't thought about that when I
Marvel?
made it up.
I think
Yeah. Now this DC universe is way darker. Way darker.
yeah.
This
No,
one is.
you know what?
Bible would be DC.
I've convinced my. I've
As you can
convinced
see,
myself-
we're a fan of both. Like,
I've convinced myself it's smashed his head with a rock and kill him.
Okay.
I think I killed this fucking thing.
That's all right. We got more. We'll pack a bowl for the third question if need be.
killed him.
Because we do also have some flour, which is a hybrid, which is the Gorilla Glue 4 and the Death Star. So we'll smoke that in the bowl for the third question. So anyway, Jimmy, you said you think he smashed him with a head.
Smash him with the head.
Smash.
Smash him with the head on the rock and kill him.
They killed him. Oh,
All that, yes. Rockhead death. All right. And then last but not least, Steve Pierce, our guest. Did he throw him off the bridge and kill him? Smash his head with a rock, thus killing him. Strangle him to kill death and stab death.
Are you fucking serious right now? What the fuck?
There may be someone that's concerned when they see this and actually call a cardiologist.
holy God.
Or did he die in a podcast?
That was supposed to be on the third question.
Jesus.
Did he stab him with a spear? That's killing him.
Kill him.
They killed him, yeah. John, take a drink for fuck's sake.
I'm out. I don't have any more. Hold on.
Here.
We'll get to that after.
Here.
No, I'll get there. It's
Oh.
fine. It's fine.
Get through
What say you, Steve?
Oh, I don't get to hear you read all the fucking answers?
I did. I just did it.
Yeah, but then you bumbled and
All right.
stumbled.
No, please, not again.
It's all right. Now, is it okay if I happen to have the same answer as one of the other two?
Yeah, that's fine.
Absolutely.
All right. I wouldn't because they both suck.
I am. Fair enough.
They're fucking awful.
All right.
They were so
Yeah, that does
goddamn
something. There have
bad.
been ties. Absolutely. Yeah.
They were fucking terrible. You guys really?
Yeah, but to their
I'm
credit,
glad-
at least they didn't have an actual brain hemorrhage in the middle of any of their answers.
No, maybe
Like,
maybe they both should have because that was so fucking bad.
well,
but
what say you, smart guy? All
no, see, this I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna finish the story right here.
right.
It's a revenge story. We already see that coming. We
All
know
right.
it's up,
Yeah,
okay?
potentially. Yeah.
He throws him off the bridge.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me tell you who lives under that fucking bridge.
The dwarf.
A goddamn dwarf.
Oh, all right.
And then dwarf
yeah.
see that this fucker's dead, and he gave him that spear, and he
Yeah.
goes, something's
not right
in
here.
the Circle K. And boom, resurrects him. And guess what, older brother? I'm going to fuck you up.
Hey, honestly, that would go along with a lot of the
Coming
fairy
back and
tales.
he's saying, "My
Yeah.
name's Monte Cristo.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Yeah.
country is
That's
Spain.
what I'm feeling right here. I just feel,
The country is Spain."
Yes. Yes, that's great. So, all right.
God damn.
So just to recap, the set up the scene here. So the older brother gets the younger brother drunk, waits till it's dark. They go out alone. They get to this bridge. The younger brother is kind of the younger brother goes first. He's kind of at the edge of the bridge. Older brother creeps up behind him. When the younger brother reached the middle above the water, the older one gave him such a blow from behind that he fell down dead. So he got smacked in the head with a rock was the answer. Yeah. So Jimmy gets
for the win.
Yeah, he gets to win there. So
Rock?
coming, huh?
yeah.
Right?
I didn't see that coming at all.
So to continue on, so we found out, so they're over, we found out Jimmy got the trivia question right because the brother got his head bashed in, and then his older brother buried him under the bridge. And now it killed him, took the boar, which was the prize, and now he's heading into town to receive the reward, which is marriage to the king's daughter. So when the younger brother did not return, the older brother said, the boar must have ripped him apart before I killed him, obviously.
Yeah.
And everyone believed it. But as nothing remains
The
hidden...
boar must have hit him with a rock and buried him under
and
the
buried
bridge.
him under the bridge, I suspect.
Craft boy. I mean, it's a menace.
Not
You
even-
found
not a
him
guarantee
where?
it's in him.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right, so
They,
yeah.
they came from separate ends of the forest, right?
Yeah.
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 They're saying he might eat him, right? Why wouldn't they believe it? But also, why
Yeah.
wouldn't they just think, hey, we had the simple kid that way. We know he's going to get lost.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter anyway. All we wanted was
Either-
the
either way,
boar
we
dead.
didn't care if he came back.
Boar's
They sent
dead,
him
this
out
guy-
to
yeah,
die.
whatever,
Really,
doesn't
Like, to
matter.
be honest with you,
Honestly,
like,
I don't think they would have cared if either one of them died. They just wanted the boar dead.
yeah,
He
like, you know,
crossed paths with Hansel
No,
and
they had to
Gretel.
bait the
Like,
hook.
hey,
They baited it with the slow kid.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So either way, they believe whatever the case was. All the
Simple.
townspeople
Sorry,
believed him,
simple.
and so they just went on, with their life. But as nothing remains hidden from God, this black deed was also to
it's
come to
America.
light. Yes,
This
it's
country's
German. No,
America.
it's
The fuck has God got to
country's
do with this?
America.
right?
No, it's 1812 Germany, which is also pretty, strictly religious. Well, and again, that's
So
the
God is real, but dwarves are mythical. What the fuck is this?
thing. Yeah, there you go, Steve.
Did he ride on? Did he come in on his fucking unicorn? Holy cow! Fucking
Oh,
Germans,
we've
dude.
got our promo clip.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, wait, let me see. God is real, but dwarves are imaginary.
Never seen a little person.
All mythical creatures.
What's up, Ed?
God damn.
All right. After many long years, a shepherd was driving his herd across the bridge and saw a little snow-white bone lying in the sand below.
Our protagonist, folks.
Yes. If you remember, that's where the
Holy
brother
shit, I
is
forgot
buried.
what the story was
Yeah,
called.
yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so that will bring
At first, I thought it was a girl's bone.
Yeah, no. Huh?
He said Snow White bone. I was like, what the fuck? Where did we go here?
Nope, it's in the bridge where the brother was, the dead body was presumably buried. And so that will bring us to our third fairy tale trivia. The third and final fairy tale trivia question is, what did the shepherd use this bone for? So he goes, grabs the bone that he found, and he repurposes it. And we'll let, I think, Denzale go first. You haven't
No,
gone first.
I did go first.
Okay, Jimmy, you'll go
so
first.
I think it's Jimmy.
Jimmy as the leader gets to go first. So, Jimmy, you can clinch victory with the right answer, but you cannot lose at this point. You can only tie at worst. What did the shepherd use the bone for? What did he repurpose for? Did he turn it into a mouthpiece?
Well, like for boxing, because the shepherd boxes. He's a pugilist on the side.
No, an instrumental mouthpiece.
What?
A
like
piece
one
that
of
you would
those-
put on an instrument that
Or
you
like
can-
one of those boing, 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 dang, gong,
No,
gong,
every
explain.
instrument has a mouthpiece. Like a clarinet has a reed in the mouthpiece. A trumpet has a specific mouthpiece that you can pull in and out. When you're draining, whatever. So it's a mouthpiece for some sort of instrument
like a
that you would
flute.
attach to
All
an
right,
instrument
all
of
right,
some kind and
all
use
right.
then to blow through. B, does he fashion it into an entire pipe in and of itself?
You mean like
Like that pipe. There you go, Jimmy. Smoke while we're answering here. Good call. Thank you again to the people at Loom. Sorry. Here you go, Denzale. You'll be up next. Does he craft it into a mouthpiece for a musical instrument? B, a pipe like the one you just smoked out of? C, a cane for which to walk with? Or D, a harp, like an entire harp, the musical instrument? So what do you think it is, Jimmy?
a cane? That's a big bone.
Could be. He also,
Nah. I'm gonna say a mouthpiece.
All right, so Jimmy says mouthpiece. Again, he currently has a 1-0 lead, so if he gets this right, he assures himself a victory. All right, so Denzale, what do you think the answer...
It's his turn.
I was going to let him go last this time.
Well, he went last time.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. Steve,
I
go
wanted
ahead.
to go last.
Fair enough. All right, go ahead.
I was paying attention, damn it.
I appreciate it. All right, so Steve, what do you think it is? What did the shepherd repurpose this bone he found for? Did he fashion it into a mouthpiece for a musical instrument? B, a pipe? C, a cane? Or D, a harp?
I'm going to go with pipe.
Pipe? Think he turned it into a pipe to smoke something out of in a certain country?
I'll
No.
tell you why.
Because this author thinks a pipe is a flute.
This is the third act, though.
Yeah, this is the third act. Yeah.
This right here, this is the scene from the pawn shop in Pulp Fiction.
Okay, yeah.
It's a black
Yeah.
deed coming up. My
There's a
man's
black
gonna
deed
come at this cracker with some hard pipe hitting. You know what? With them blowtorches and shit. This is
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction, right? This is that scene right here.
Oh, that what now?
This is what this is, man.
I'm going to take a bone and make a pipe out of it.
This is Marcellus
All
right
right.
here. This is Marcellus
All right,
Wallace
so
right here.
so you think that this shepherd fashions it into a pipe?
Yeah, and they
Because he
they-
tortures
some hard
people.
pipe hitting
Yeah.
come at him.
I got
Shepherds.
They go and get the
Some
hard hitting shepherds. There
Yeah.
you go. There you go.
Some hard-hitting, pipe-wielding
They're
shepherd
gonna come after the
motherfuckers.
brother for this.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough. All right. So you think
Yeah.
it's he fashions it into a pipe. And then lastly, Denzale, what do you think it is? A, mouthpiece, B, pipe, C, cane, D, harp.
I really hope it's not a cane because there wouldn't be a bone though. I mean, maybe the spine. I'm going to fucking harp.
Harp. So you think he
Yeah.
fashioned it into
Yeah.
a musical instrument?
Yeah.
Okay. So we will go return now.
You had a reason for that?
Nope.
Oh, I got a good one.
Well,
on why it would be a hard
on why Denzale
Absolutely.
answered that?
or on why you didn't pick hard.
No,
Yeah.
I just because it's a heart because it's going to be played at their wedding
Ah.
and given to them as a gift, and then the
Yeah,
heart
he's
will
gonna be
choke
like,
him later, like some weird.
That
Stephen
motherfucker killed
King
me.
novel.
It's just-
You know,
he's
Pierce?
gonna be at the wedding. He's like, that
Pierce?
motherfucker killed me.
Yeah.
Pierce?
Like just
I'm going to tell you right now, not that your answer necessarily is right, but what you're alluding to is nearly spookily spot on. So if it does end up being a tie, like I said, it might be.
yeah.
I'm going to give you the tiebreaker because that's fucked up. That's fucked up, but you're going to find out what's about to happen. What you just said's kind of fucked up.
All right.
All right, so let's find out what the actual answer is and if there is a tie or if Jimmy wins. So again,
I can already tell you who's gonna.
Right.
Fucking Denzale's getting it right. I already get it. We get it.
well, no, we don't. Not necessarily. Okay,
got
so
mine
here's the
right.
thing. So to remind everybody, been a few years since the brother disappeared. Nobody's suspicious until this shepherd comes by, sees the bone sticking out under the bridge where the brother was killed and murdered and buried, and he takes the bone, thinking it would make a good mouthpiece. He climbed down, picked it up, and then carved out of it a mouthpiece for his horn.
Of course,
So,
you
yeah.
see, a good
So-
shepherd, when immediately finding something, would put it in his mouth.
Yes, of course. That's how he knows whether it has quality or not. So yes, congratulations, Jimmy. You got it
your
right.
Bible.
So yeah,
Good shepherd would put.
yeah. I believe it was in Proverbs somewhere. So
Oh, okay.
congratulations
Just
to
put it
Jimmy.
in your
he,
mouth.
he ends.
Oh my god.
Thou shalt put it in thou's mouth.
Yeah. Don't church it up.
So anyway, congratulations, Jimmy. You ended up winning 2-0. So there's no tiebreaker. But the story continues, and this was to Steve's credit, man. You were close. So the guy fashions into a mouthpiece for his horn. Now the shepherd is on the way to town, where yes, there is a marriage about to happen between the or whatever. So he blows into it for the first time, to his great astonishment.
Yeah, just never. We'll never, practice this at all.
No.
Yeah.
When
See
he
if this even works.
Yeah, when he blows into it for the first time, to his great astonishment, the bone itself began to sing. So hence the singing bone title. Oh, my dear shepherd, you are blowing on my little bone.
Wow, that shepherd is on crack.
They're Catholic. This is Ireland. They're in fucking Ireland. He's Catholic. I got it.
No, it's Germany. It's Germany, but still, it could be.
No, I doubt it. They lied. It's her. No, they're fucking Catholic.
Oh,
It's Ireland. Holy shit.
oh, my dear shepherd, you are blowing on my little bone.
Forget my father. Oh
My brother killed me and buried me beneath the bridge to get the wild boar for the daughter of the king. Now, again, maybe
He
that rhymes in German. I
He
don't
stops blowing. He's like, this song sucks.
It's like, why should I give a fuck?
know. Yeah,
You
so,
know, like, tell your
that's,
story to someone else.
that's why he usually carves his mouthpiece out of geese, so it sounds like a horn.
so the shepherd reacts by saying, "What a wonderful horn," said the shepherd.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Like, were
sings-
you not listening?
It sings by itself. I must take it to the king. So basically, he
What's-
reacts like that dude in the old Warner Brothers cartoon that finds the singing
Roger
frog.
Rabbit?
He's like, this is amazing. No.
But like, yeah,
Michigan
it
J.
sings,
Frog.
Michigan J. Frog, yeah.
Yeah, it sings a fucking murder fucking trial. What the fuck are we
A
talking
murder sex confession. Like, if you blow on my little bone, I'll tell you the story of
Jesus
murder.
God, dude, watch how you say that.
Yeah, that's exactly what it said, though. All right, so
No, seriously, I'll start the first murder mystery podcast if you blow in my little bone.
yeah. Right. So the shepherd's like, "Hey, I gotta show this to the king, right? Must take it to the king. It sings by itself.
It's a banger.
It's it's dropping beats, son." So when he brought it before the king, the horn again began.
You're like, whoop. The horn. Whoop, whoop. Sorry, King. Let me just wipe this extra spittle out. I'm pretty sure we can do this
That's what
again.
you get for blowing on the bone so much.
Take this simple
Straight
one
up,
to the dungeon.
It needs like a 15-minute nap, and then I think he can do it again. I just got to blow on this little bone.
So he brought it before the king. The horn again.
He blew it, and he said, "He made this out of my ass bone." Sorry, it's out of tune.
Yeah.
That's why it's that pitch.
So
He brought it before the king. The horn again began to sing its little song. The king understood
Little
it.
ditty.
Yeah. The king understood it well and had the earth beneath the bridge dug up. Then the whole skeleton of the murdered man came to light.
How about that?
CSI Nevada in this?
Yeah, they did,
motherfucker?
yeah. The wicked brother could not deny the deed.
The fuck he couldn't.
He was sown into it.
Prove it. How you gonna prove it?
I don't know.
Pretty sure they have DNA
Yeah.
test. I think he's okay.
Nope, they had him.
No, that's just some
there were
other guy.
That was an official bridge. There was security footage. And
Yeah.
stuff,
Oh, real. Oh, security foot.
There was transportation.
But no DNA. But okay.
Yeah. So the wicked brother could not deny the deed. He was sewn into a sack and drowned alive.
How else do you don't drown dead?
Yeah.
Bucks.
No, the live brother was
You
punished.
drown-
by
he was
sewing
drowned alive.
Yeah,
Get it?
alive,
That's
yeah.
how it's done. You drown.
Yeah.
You're alive when you drown.
He was
you're
drowned
you're dead.
alive
And killed
until
him.
and killed him. Until he killed him.
with a rock, apparently.
The murdered man's bones were laid to rest in a beautiful grave in the churchyard.
The murdered
The
man's bones got to marry the princess.
They gave him an honorable grave there.
At least-
The end of story.
At
That's
least
it.
fashion him into a sex toy.
Like,
Let him get enjoyment out of this
Well,
thing
they already
too.
did.
Like,
Part of him was a mouthpiece.
Well,
that stayed
no,
with the shepherd.
that
rest
will
of
not
it-
her keep it. Maybe he sings something beautiful for the girl. Maybe
They were
that's
just-
a prize.
so they were basically just like, all right, look, we found out who the fucking killer was. We had justice.
Capital.
How did they
excuse
find
me.
out? Did he leave his fingerprints?
Like, what about
No, it was just. It was
what about
just
the
No,
princess?
no, no. They asked the brother, and he just couldn't deny it.
The
He just
newly
broke
widowed-
down under questioning.
with the newly
He just
widowed
broke down, I mean,
princess?
yeah, pretty
That's
much, yeah.
suspect. No, they beat him. They beat him.
All
No.
it said was that he couldn't deny it.
Yeah. Well, obviously,
But he didn't admit it. He didn't admit it.
Well, okay, all right,
didn't
it's
have
your
to.
word versus a singing bone, which at the
I
time,
mean,
like you know,
Which is
is
singing
more,
a creepy song.
yeah,
though.
it's a singing a hey, this
Doesn't
dude
mean
killed
it's-
me song.
I gotta say though, if that happens to me, I'm siding with the singing bone versus the nervous, sweaty guy who just showed up with a dead bone. What happened to your brother? I don't know. You died under
Yeah.
mysterious circumstances.
What
First of
song?
all,
what
Let's not
song-
ask any more questions
what the
about
fuck
it.
happened to the spear?
Yeah.
Like nobody like
Yeah, nobody
you know,
did.
this-
Yeah,
this
that is
man
a
Yeah,
good
with
point.
a
Nobody
spear
asked about that.
I was supposed to protect him, got him murked.
It was like the
Yeah.
one-time spear
And
of
no one had-
destiny. Apparently,
nope,
I don't know.
not even a
So,
courtesy return.
Yeah,
At any
maybe
rate-
it was just only against the boar. That's a
Apparently.
weak ass spear.
They don't say, but that was in fact the entire
But it
story
had
of
to
the
be a black
singing
spear.
bone. Yeah, the singing
Black
bone
evil
by
deed,
Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm,
Dwarves
as they
have
told it
spears.
in 1812. Yeah. So
No pipes, though.
thank you guys so much for being a part of that. So at this point now, obviously, none of you really had heard that before, and I've only heard it in the research that I've done. I was not familiar with it. So the point of the show,
Obviously.
we've heard the entire story. We've learned a little bit about it. We did a little background on when it was written, kind of what was going on in the world at the time. So having heard this story now the way they meant to tell it in their time in 1812, what do you think the moral of the story, what do you think the message was they were trying to teach to kids? Because again, there's a fairy tale that was supposed to be told to kids. What do you think the Grimm brothers thought was important in 1812 to write the story and say, and so here's what you need to learn from this, kids? Steve, go ahead. What do you think? Is there a moral and what so?
Oh, there's a serious part to this. whole thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
do you think- I mean,
it's
it's a
only
fairy tale. There's
It's only
probably
as
some-
serious as you want to make it, but at the same time,
Is there any
the
message?
question
there?
is
Yeah,
posed to
simple
you.
one. If they're it's for kids. The simple ones don't lie.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
It could be.
that's all
Yeah.
it is,
Absolutely. Yeah. Or if you do, you might get away with it for a little while, but
It always
eventually come
catches
back.
up to you.
Sure. Okay. And a lot of times, yeah, it can be very simple. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Awesome. What about you, Denzale? What do you think here?
I mean, don't lie. Yeah, that's a good one, but maybe don't fucking smash your brother's head in with a fucking rock
Yeah.
and bury his ass in a river.
Yeah,
And,
true.
like,
The lying about it was also
and then-
bad, but
yeah, like the line. Yeah,
First-
like,
first
you know,
don't murder,
Let's
but if
not.
you do
let's-
murder-
we'll work on the line later.
Smash-
But the number one
that's
thing we
bad
want you to
parenting,
work
okay? They
on
weren't taught not to
is
do
not
that.
smashing somebody's fucking head in
Don't.
and burying them in the fucking.
That's on the parents. Dude. That's on the
Don't
parents.
lie,
Yeah.
or
Like, I mean, yeah, like,
you'll get sewn into a bag and drowned.
yeah, and drown.
Drowned alive.
Killed him.
I think that's and killed him.
Yeah. So I think maybe
So,
the big
don't
thing is
murder.
like, don't be a shitty individual.
Yeah.
Because like you get your comeuppance, and sometimes, you might be able to. God, the little brother didn't get any kind of justice. He was simple and kind and good.
Well, he got justice. His murderer was killed.
Yeah, but like
That's justice.
How
but,
though?
yeah.
They reburied him.
Let's-
How did he get justice?
Well, they
He-
killed his murderer.
Okay, but so
Like,
that's vengeance.
that's-
That's not justice.
No,
Like-
that's what our
No.
justice system does for
All right, okay,
someone who's
so,
been murdered.
Yeah, no,
No, that's what
I
our
want-
vengeance system does.
Yes.
I want a vengeance. Like no, that's the problem. It's like shit ended up going bad for him, and all he
Yeah.
did was just like, actually do the good thing, which was kill the boar.
Yeah, no, you're right. He didn't get much of a redemption.
Yeah,
you know, whatever.
that's shit.
That's fair.
That's shit.
All right,
He had,
and
he had a proud 8 minutes to himself.
that was
Yeah.
about it, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
But
And
then
he-
again, he was
and he-
humble and he didn't care about that shit.
And he had
either,
one
too, so,
whack
yeah.
ass song.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
Right?
But
Did he sing any other songs after he got justice with his
No,
It doesn't
they
say.
buried
They
him.
buried him, yeah.
Right?
They buried
Yeah.
Did they bury
No,
the?
they buried him.
Yeah,
Did
see,
they
I
bury
think
the
that's the
mouth?
worst.
Justice
fucking
would have
part.
been letting them get
Maybe, I don't
make
know.
songs.
Exactly. Let him get a couple bangers
Then.
out.
Let
You
'em
know,
breathe, man.
drop an album or two, and then
Shit.
then bury him.
After you rebury
Or
his
put him in the
bones,
hall.
you blow through the mouthpiece again, and then
Somebody
the
had to
song
give
about
Kid
like
and Play
one
a
time I
chance.
saw
Yeah.
my brother jerking
Comeback
it in
tour.
the barn.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna fool his
All right.
career.
So anyway, Jimmy, what do you think the message of the story was?
I think the real moral of the story is it's okay to snitch on your brother if he hits you in the head with a rock and kills you.
Yeah. There's.
All right.
I
yeah.
mean, I
he
think
did kind of pretty much snitch
It's okay.
immediately. He's
More of a
like,
miracle if you're dead but can snitch still. It's a
Yeah,
miracle.
yeah.
Yeah.
I said kills you. I
But
put it in
what's
there.
the moral
The
of that?
writing
What's
was
the moral?
perfect.
kills you.
It kills you.
Yeah, that's a freaking
All right,
It's
I
okay
love
to
that.
snitch if someone kills you.
And kills you.
Yeah, I mean,
kills you.
it does save a lot of
With a
taxpayer
rock.
money that way.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. I guess so. Yeah, well, that could be a potential message or lesson. It's like, yeah,
Man, shit, then they wouldn't have to worry about
sometimes
CSI coming.
squealing is justified. Yes, all right.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Now, and as I normally do, I'm going to go ahead and participate in this one as well. I think the moral of the story was somewhat to what Denzale was alluding to, but more so, don't be jealous. Don't fall victim to the perils of jealousy, because the way the story was told is they really didn't hint to the older brother having any nefarious plans until he found out his younger brother had already captured the prize that he also wanted. Yeah, he was a little lazy in the beginning, was being pretty blasé about capturing, while his brother was much more focused on going and doing the task. But again, there's nothing nefarious in that, in just being a lazy shit. It wasn't until he saw his brother with the prize that the greed, the evil of greed immediately took over, which then led to the murder and the lying and the blah, blah, blah.
Drunken greed.
Yeah, drunken greed. So I think it was, all of those things were bad, but at the beginning of it, it all started with the greed where if he had just accepted, hey, my brother, good for him, I'm going to support him. When he gets back, I'm still going to be the brother of the guy that's going to be married to, the princess, which isn't a bad deal, and, whatever. But yeah, it was the greed that ultimately led to his demise.
Don't be
and everything
greedy,
else.
or else you'll get to fuck a princess for a while and die young.
Yeah, which I'm glad you brought that up, Jimmy, because that is going to lead us to our next portion of the show, which, again, if you have never watched or listened to an episode before, that is where we play Fuck, Marry, Kill, and Jimmy's going to here shortly explain to us how to play that game again for anyone who has maybe never seen or watched and is not familiar. But I will let you know real quickly, the three characters that are going to be involved in this game that Jimmy's going to explain are going to be the two brothers, the older and the younger brother, and the dwarf. All right? So those are the three characters, and Jimmy, go ahead and explain to everyone listening so that we're all on the same page. What is Fuck, Marry, Kill, and how do we play it?
Oh, certainly. Fuck, Marry, Kill is a fun game to play where you are given three characters and you choose one to fornicate with. This can be a one-night stand. This can be an ongoing relationship, like a side piece you'd have with your Mary, the character that you are going to spend the rest of your life with. This is a meaningful, long-lasting relationship. You're not allowed to kill yourself.
Or divorce.
Or
Yeah.
your spouse,
Yeah.
which brings us to kill. And that's, completely taking someone out of this wonderful and well-written and rounded fairy tale.
Yes, this wonderful tale. So
this
yeah.
was all of 15 fucking sentences.
It was, yeah. So, yeah, thank you, Jimmy, so much for explaining that. And as we've alluded to before,
We
We
can't
do
kill the author.
yeah, well, no, yeah.
They're already dead.
We do encourage you to give reasonings for why you're choosing to do each act with each character. You don't have to, but if you want to share with us, it can be an absurd reason. It can be simply like, I don't like the guy I'm killing, whatever you want to do. So I'll give you the option as the guest first. Sometimes we've had guests that say, I want to kind of hear some other answers before I decide. Would you like to go first, or would you like to defer your option?
I'm going to defer this time.
Okay, no worries. You have the
I
look
bounced
about
back
you.
better
yeah.
on some of the other
Yeah,
ideas.
no,
I'm going
that's
to
okay.
take my chance.
So again, just to remind everybody and our co-hosts and guests here, the three characters are the older brother, the younger brother, and the dwarf, the mythical dwarf. from the story. So, as winner of Fairy Tale Trivia, Jimmy,
I am the winner.
you are the winner, which is
Yay.
almost unprecedented. You know that it doesn't happen often, so I'm going to give you another one.
Oh Jesus!
It's good on him. He won fair and square. So, all right. So, Jimmy, go ahead and fuck, marry, kill.
did.
How you gonna do it?
I'm gonna fuck the dwarf.
Okay.
I'm gonna fuck the dwarf. No one's ever gonna believe it.
Tell us the freakiest
Apparently,
thing.
I'll be like, hey, God, you're never gonna guess what happened.
No, remember, God knows because nothing escapes God.
Nothing
No.
escapes God.
No. And he's going to be like, what? Dwarves aren't real. That's mythical. That wasn't me.
Yeah, Pierce did point that out. Well done, sir. So,
Silly,
all right.
guys. Come on.
So you're all right. So you're fucking the dwarf.
Right. And then I'm gonna marry the younger brother.
The younger brother. All right.
Because he does what he
Presumably before he's murdered.
Right. He does what he's told. And then, I know he's going to die soon, so I'll get the
that's true.
insurance money.
He's fated. Yes.
Right?
The inheritance.
Because in a certain country, we have health, we have life insurance policies.
Certain
Right?
country,
And
Yeah.
not all of them.
right. In
Certain.
a certain country.
Yeah. And life insurance pays
America.
off. Yeah. Life insurance pays off
Right.
when it kills him.
Yeah.
Right. And then
So you're marrying the younger brother, and
Right.
then because his impending death will give you a nice inheritance.
exactly.
All right.
And
Wasn't one of the morals of the story, don't be fucking greedy?
Yeah, I
Didn't
know.
somebody
right?
say that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I heard
Doesn't
that.
matter. We're not in 1812 Germany.
All right. Just checking.
Or
And then
or
yeah,
a certain
so
country.
and then who? So lastly, you're
yeah,
killing.
Their don't be greedy in 1812 is like don't eat all the grain
Yeah.
because your
Right.
sister died last winter.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
don't want that to happen.
Just because you have one extra corn of cob
Right.
doesn't mean you should eat it. Yeah. All right. So obviously,
Corn of cob?
yeah. You heard me. I said what I said.
Yeah.
So
Now he's
last,
just playing
obviously,
word salad,
then,
spitting
yeah.
it out.
obviously, lastly,
And then
you're killing
obviously I'm killing, Rock Smash's brother, whatever his name was.
Rock Smash's simple brother.
Right, Rock Smash's brother, which is a great name. I'm surprised they didn't.
Rock Smash's brother for like an indie band.
Right, well, no, that's just it's hyphenated. Smash's brother. And,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a family.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
family name, and I'm surprised. I'm surprised
Yes,
he
I
wasn't
am.
the first
I am
suspect
Rock
when
Rock
the
one
brothers
Smashing
appeared.
brother.
Right, and yeah, I'm killing that fuck. I'll probably smash him with a rock.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that turnabout is fair play. That was actually something I thought of when they said that they drowned him in a bag. I'm like, they really should have bashed his head in with a rock, for proper justice. But all right, yeah.
Maybe they put a rock in the bag. Maybe they put that rock in the bag.
There you go.
Was this the rock?
Yeah, like there
They're
you
like,
go.
was this the rock? And they blow into the horn again. And like, no.
No.
Was this the rock? No. Is this the rock? Jerry, are you just screaming no into the? Throw him in
The
there.
only note I know how to make.
Throw him in there.
That's good. I like it. All right. Well, thank you, so much, Jimmy, for sharing that with us. So we'll go to Denzale next. Then, as the guest, we'll let Steve take a little more time.
No, I
do you wanna go now?
It's fine. I don't
All right,
care
go ahead,
unless you're ready to
Steve.
do it.
I'm ready.
All right. Go ahead, Denzale.
Yeah.
I'm gonna obviously I think it's too obvious. It'd be hard not to fuck the dwarf. So obviously we got to go dwarf.
You want to again for the experience.
Yeah, and once again, it is not
unique
said
nature.
to any gender of the dwarf.
I'm gonna do whatever he says.
And also dwarves handed out magical weapons. So
Yes,
let me get a bow and arrow. Let me get a sword. Hook it up.
Honey, can I borrow the singing bazooka again?
You gotta kill someone and make an instrument out of their bones.
I don't
Yes.
know.
Oh, yeah, that's
The
right.
bazooka's already a weapon.
I'm killing the older brother, obviously. It's just mainly because he's such a fucking douche, and he was
He is.
lazy, and he was kind of a pussy. Because if his ass would have been out there, he might have got the fucking spear, or maybe a different mythical character could have came up.
Yeah.
And
Could have
given
rode
him
coattails, buddy.
yeah, whatever.
absolutely.
Or could have came in with we killed it. Nah, he was out
Could have
there
been
being
supportive.
lazy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Good reason.
Your
I mean,
brother's
he's a
back.
dick,
yeah,
for sure.
exactly. I don't
All
fuck
the
with that.
reason.
I don't fuck with that. He was really shady. I didn't like it.
Right. Younger brother pulls up like, that's my boy.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and
They go, I don't like this at all.
you know, and the younger brother, just simple.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna be married, if you pigeonhole me into marrying somebody,
If I'm gonna be married, I don't want him to be smarter than me.
just keep it simple. Keep it fucking simple. I don't want to hear shit. When I say shut up, shut the fuck up.
Does what
Don't
he's told.
don't make me take you to the bridge again.
Right.
Slow down, Ike Turner. Slow down.
No. I'm just saying it's not like ideal marriage. It's not like
No,
obviously
yeah.
it's not how it would normally go. But like
No,
if I have to be married to somebody that's simple.
No, under those circumstances, you played a good case for the other two, so you kind of have to
Yeah.
marry the simple brother at that point. Yeah, that makes
Yes.
sense. All right. Well, thank you again for contributing, Denzale. And then, well, not lastly, because I'm going to participate in this one as well. But yeah, go ahead, Pierce. If you'd like to go next.
Those weren't bad, dude.
Yeah. They
were
can be
alright.
fun. Like I said, you can have no reason, or you can come up with
Oh
whatever,
no, mine
you
are
know.
better. But
All right. So, fuck, marry, kill, Steve Pierce. How are you going to do it?
Oh, you fuck Simple Jack.
All right,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
going to fuck Simple
Younger
Jack?
brother.
All right,
Fuck-
yeah, the younger brother.
Fuck the younger one. Doesn't say.
He's
he's
already
younger.
got. He already got fucked in
But
this
here's
story,
the thing.
man.
But here's the thing. You fuck him. Might be the best day of his life. So
Could be.
Because he's gonna die. He's
Yeah.
dead, and he's
Yeah.
dead. So you know what? You just made this guy's day. Boom. Might be the greatest man. Maybe the last thing he thought about. Whoever
Before he got
before he got
smashed.
killed.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
boom. You made boom. Lasting impression. Mm-hmm. You marry the dwarf, and I gotta skip this though because you killed the older brother.
Right.
Regardless, he's dead. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all for what Denzel said on that. It's 100%. The guy just
He's
come
not
back.
married.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's dead. But that's why you married the dwarf.
Right.
Denzel's like just greedy because I'm gonna fuck him for it. No, you marry. You get
Yeah.
that shit for life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do have
Yeah.
access to
For
mythical
life.
power.
Yeah,
I've made that
you're
case
right.
in other episodes.
Anything
where,
that you want for eternity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care how ugly
seems-
that you fucking that dwarf for life.
Yeah.
I mean,
You are getting whatever you can do for not just
It's
ooh,
not.
couple
It's
minutes.
not.
Thank you.
It doesn't seem to
Nah,
be. It doesn't seem to
ever.
give you whatever you want. It gives you what you need.
Well, if you're a good
at the
husband,
time.
if you're a
But
good
you know
husband,
what?
you'll get
It's the
whatever you
same. Your
want.
needs and your wants are gonna be met.
Like,
you know
but
what
yo,
I mean?
dwarf, I need an Xbox.
Yeah.
Like at
Done.
the time.
Don't worry, baby. I'll treat you
Done.
right. All right. I love it. So, yeah, marrying the
And-
dwarf.
and-
That's,
and,
yeah.
like even if it riches, whatever
Yeah.
you want, just
Yeah.
whatever
You treat me right, I'll treat you
good.
right.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you
For
again.
life.
Yes. Yeah, because again, presumably that thing's going to live forever. Mythical creature. So thank you, Pierce. I love those answers.
There you go.
I'll go lastly, as I normally do on this game. I'm going to share a couple of answers. So I'm going to marry the dwarf. Because part of what you said, Pierce, I would love to have access, for the rest of my life anyway, to those mythical powers. But also, it seems like the dwarf, not only being intelligent, an intelligent mythical creature who sees the bigger picture, because he's like, hey, you're going to need this spear, even before the guy had encountered the boar. He also seems to be somewhat altruistic, which means he seems to have a good heart, a good soul. So you know what? Yeah, that's a good life mate.
And he also
You
could
could
tell
trust
the
a guy
good
like
in
that.
other people because he saw the
Exactly.
good in the
Yeah,
kid.
and he cared about
so
that.
anywhere
Yeah.
you go, like that person's going to see the good in other people,
And he
so
believed
you
that
know
should
you're
be
good,
rewarded.
which
Yes.
is a good measure of safety.
Yes, absolutely.
I love
you
how
could
we
trust that guy.
extrapolated that from the sentence that had the word dwarf in it.
Yes.
He just got
But
his own
yeah.
Yoda.
Yeah, exactly. So he's a guy that I want to ride with for life. So
Never
I'm
mentioned again.
gonna marry the dwarf. Then I
You've
am
known him
actually
for one sentence. I love him.
I love him. Yeah, it was one sentence, a sentence of love. All right, so
Is it a whole sentence? There's only 15 of them in this fucker.
right, it's 1/15 of the story.
That's a
So
lot
I'm
for-
I'm
a
marrying
lot
the
to be
dwarf.
said.
Now I am actually going to kill the simple younger brother. And I'm going to do it for the reason that he is kind of the Lenny of Mice and Men, in my opinion, in this story. That was a good call. So I'm going to do the same thing they did with Lenny. I know he's going to eventually die anyway, so I'm going to make sure to kill him before that happens in the most painless way. Look
Yeah,
at
look at the
look at the lake, Lenny. Think
Think
about
of
the
boars.
bunnies. Or yeah,
Think
think about the
boar.
boars.
Yeah.
And then, shotgun to the back of the head. Yeah, so I'm going to kill him out of mercy.
I'd do it
because
more-
he's simple, he's kind-hearted, he deserves a merciful death. Killing simple younger brother, and then, lastly, by process of elimination, I'm going to be fucking the evil older brother. Because in my opinion, again, I assert his original sin was jealousy. So not only now in this universe after I've rectified things by doing what I've done, marrying the dwarf or whatever, and he's already been found guilty of his crime, so he's no longer married to the princess. Not only does he not get to have sex with her anymore, now he has to have sex with me for the rest of his life. All right, so that pretty much brings us to the end of the episode, thankfully. So that was the tale, the singing bone. We talked about, what we thought this message was. We've done Fuck, Marry, Kill. So thank you guys so much for being here. Pierce, do you have any shows or anything coming up that you want to hype? Now that we've done this and you're so
that
proud
one
of
in.
it. Yeah, no, you know what? Yeah, you got to keep that down.
I don't have a thing, John.
All right, awesome. Fantastic.
Until July of next year.
Just like
Omaha Funny Bone.
all right, well,
July,
hey, July
next
of
year.
2024, you can catch out. You can catch Steve.
Oh
Peeve
my
steers.
god!
Steve
Cannot wait.
Yeah, Steve Pierce
1 year away.
and the Funny Bone in Omaha.
Not
Nebraska.
your open mic anywhere.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you again to our guest Steve Pierce for being here. It was a great time. I had a lot of fun.
Dude, I had a blast. Thank you guys for having me. so
Thank you
much.
to Denzale for both cooking and being a wonderful co-host again as always.
Oh, yeah.
Great
No
job.
problem.
Loved it. Food was delicious.
Amazing.
And Jimmy as well. Congratulations on your fairy tale trivia victory and another wonderful episode. Appreciate you. Thanks for being here, sir.
Never gonna live that one down.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it doesn't happen often, especially if you are one of the several people that has listened to more than one episode. So, again, thank you to all of our listeners and
I feel like that was
followers.
a knife in the ribs too.
Yeah, right.
Like
No, you're
hey,
not-
Several.
Yeah,
maybe
several.
now.
We have several subscribers. So to that point, please go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us if we're shit. Tell us if you thought we were good. Leave a comment on what you thought we cooked, because we're going to add some pictures of that as well. We are also on Instagram. We are on Twitter and Facebook until Twitter destroys itself. And then, of course, you can go to bluntsuponatime.com, our website, to find all of our information, all of those places I just mentioned for our episodes. And you can get our merch, which Steve Pierce is showing there. We've got T-shirts. We do also have these wonderful coffee mugs that I've been drinking out of today. You see some of our stickers and other things. So check that out, bluntsuponatime.com. And then also thank you again to Loom Dispenser here in Michigan. We'll put some information up for them as well for helping us get high today. So, guys, it's been a lot of
thank you
fun.
for that.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you
thank
guys
you.
so much. This has been great. My name's Jonny Hauser. It's been Blunts Upon a Time. Have a great
Christ.
night.
Once upon a time where we smoked some trees,
Act funny.
Talk fairy tale history
and try not to get drunk.
I just, man, 3 kids. Just you guys lost it. That would have been awesome.